Welcome back to the DAF Media Network. This evening, the 4-1 Darien girls lacrosse team hosts the 8-0 St. Anthony's Friars from Long Island. Hello, everyone. Joined alongside Ellis Joshua, a lead journalist for the Long Island Lacrosse Journal. I'm Owen Heffron, and we're going to see the number 5 ranked team in the country in Darien going against number 1 in St. Anthony's. Ellis, anything you see on both sides that can decide the outcome in this game?
Yeah, so I think first talking about the Darien Blue Wave, I think goaltending is going to be pivotal. Hope Shadell in the net for Darien is going to be Hope Shadell in the net is going to be critical for Darien. Likely to see a ton of shots, so I think coming up with some big time saves is going to be important. I think for St. Anthony's, controlling the draw, Jenna Binkus taking the majority of the draws for St. Anthony's is going to be a huge point and a point of emphasis for them if they want to try and win this game, owning the time of possession.
Last time these two teams faced off in 2022, the Blue Wave took down the Friars 12-7. Should be another thrilling matchup tonight. Two of the very best taking the field shortly. Opening draw between the Blue Wave and the Friars coming up next on the DAF Media Network. Chilly Thursday evening here at the Darien High School Stadium Field. Face-off getting underway. Sadie Stafford versus Jenna Binkus. Two of the top powerhouse schools in the nation in girls lacrosse.
And this should be a real fun matchup. Number 1 going up against number 5. First time since 2022.
Ball's on the ground to start. Scooped up by the Friars. And they'll have an attacking chance to start this one off. Binkus with it now. Tess Calabria with it. In line with the cage. UNC commit. She's over to Megan Kenny.
Kenny, one of the fastest players you'll see, Owen. Just has wheels on wheels on wheels. Just super talented, super speedy midfielder.
Back over to Calabria. She goes behind the cage now. Likes to take herself right in front of Shadell. Shadell comes up strong.
And that's a big save to get this one going for Darien. Big save there by Hope Shadell, denying Tess Calabria. As Darien looks to clear the ball now.
Yeah, quick chance. Lucky to scoop it up was Lyle Brown there. You talked about it in the intro, Alice, of how important Hope Shadell's going to be, and she did come up strong there. Now it's Stafford with it midfield.
So nice job there clearing by the Blue Wave, as they now have their first offensive possession of the game.
There's Kat Reynolds, number 20, near side. Finds her teammate in the middle. There's Hope Hapgood. Now behind, it's back to Reynolds. Hapgood with it. Flings it back up top to her captain in Stafford. Blue Wave looking for an open look. Now a shot and a save.
Lexi Zank coming up with an equally impressive save on the defensive end for the Friars.
Now ball's loose. Zank trying to get away from Reynolds. She does so successfully. Friars looking to make a run now.
So Julia May O'Connor, number 7, looking to send that one up ahead, but a tough turnover for the Friars.
Yeah, here we go. The Blue Wave on the attack now. Turning on the burners is Anna Von Kennel all the way.
And Zank coming up with another save there for the Friars. This time now Kenny looks to clear.
And here we go. The number 2 for the Friars. Right after number 2 for the Wave, Anna Von Kennel.
So far, goalie battle here in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter.
It's Binkus. Oh, no, there's Binkus, excuse me. And Kenny.
Yeah, that's Calabria, the quarterback of the Friars offense, number 5.
Binkus flings it over to number 28, Molly Henry. Back to Henry, looking for an open look, moves inside. Looking for space was Kenny. And now out in front, large contact, and that's going to be a turnover.
Wow, so Darien, they get the charge call. That's a big defensive stance for the Blue Wave. So the charge called on Megan Kenny, and this one going back to the Blue Wave.
Near side with it now is Sophie Haas. Trying to get it to Reynolds. Now it's taken away by St. Anthony's.
On that takeaway there, Brooke Long, number 16. On that pass.
This is a bouncing ball.
Yeah, the Friars looking to redirect. Oh, how about the save, though?
Great save there.
Nice job there by Kat Rathjen. Definitely looked like that one was going to trickle out of bounds.
Now whistle blown here. Looks like number 12, Emily Haugen. Friars looking to put some points on the board. Stafford some tough defense. Now Kenny pump fakes, runs to the top. Back over to number 28, Heine.
Oh,
The
Heine.
ball's loose.
Yeah, Molly Heine being swarmed there, seeing a bit of a double team and turning that one over as it goes back to Darien. So Brinley Vrooman, number 19, nice job there with the ground ball and possession back with the Blue Wave.
Yeah, Lily Davenport has it, the sophomore. Playing that one as Darien elects to slow things down. This Davenport behind and now over to Reynolds.
And I think both teams so far just trying to get a feel for each other, kind of feel each other out in the early stages. I mean, this is a game that I'm sure everyone had circled on their calendars for quite some time. And it's just, you really want to kind of get a feel for your opponent in the early stages of this matchup.
No doubt about it. No easy opponent for Darien. He's now working inside a shot and saved by Zink.
Lexi Zank coming up already with her third save in this first quarter and keeping Darien off the board.
Oh, that's a great pass. Goes up to number 14 of the Friars, Julia May O'Connor. Now it's Kenny.
Oh, nice
Inside
look by
to her
Kenny.
teammate. I believe that's Jenna Binkus. Now Friars get it out and around. Calabria behind. Brings over number 16, Long.
So as the Friars get it back to Calabria. Still looking to settle in here offensively.
Slowing it down now. Calabria already a shot in this one. Now this is off to her teammate. Shadell stops that shot.
Big save there by Hope Shadell. Again, keeping St. Anthony's off the board.
Big save from Hope Shadell. Not the biggest goaltender, but uses her stick and size well. Super quick. Now big run from Kelly Holmes. Tries to get it to Kat Reynolds. Errant pass goes out. St. Anthony's with possession now.
Great job there by Molly Heine, forcing the turnover as she gets it ahead to Riley Zusi. Now it's Brooke Long giving to
Calabria.
Calabria.
Open look, but smothered. She loses the ball. Picks it back up quickly. To the top, there's Heine with it. Binkus flings it far side. They go back to her. Heine gets a look into the fan. Low pass is taken. O'Connor out front and it's taken away.
Hogan's pass there picked off as Darien looks to take it the other way. And that's a great job there on the interception by Katie Walsh. Or excuse me, Maggie Bellissimo with that interception.
Maggie Bellissimo, great defender. Also ice hockey defenseman. Doing it for multiple sports. She's going to Yale next fall. Blue Wave now looking to strike. Kat Reynolds. Say Stafford over to Hapgood and now Von Kennel over to Holmes. Behind the net now. Gets back to Stafford. Davenport tried to work outside. Flips it back to her captain. Behind the net, Annabelle Adams.
Good individual one-on-one defense by the Friars. Riley Zusi with the on-ball defense.
Not letting any open looks be allowed to happen. Lily Davenport to Von Kennel to Holmes. Darien just kind of circling. Got to be weary. The shot clock and stick to the face will get a free position or just a whistle.
So the contact there from Devin Lang.
Going inside now, a flip right out in front and couldn't be corralled. Looking for Kelly Holmes. I believe Lily Davenport off the feed, but the Blue Wave never got back. That's Annabelle Adams.
And that was a great look inside. The pass just unable to be handled, but a nice job there by Adams keeping possession alive for the Blue Wave.
Under 2 minutes left to play in this first frame. Still scoreless. Von Kennel turns on the burners. Flicks it back out. Stafford has it poked away and now scooped up by St. Anthony's.
Oh, and a great job there by the Friars as they come up with a defensive stance, and Julia May O'Connor with the ground ball. Oh, she looks back for Kenny, but this one is going right back to the Blue Wave.
Bad pass now. Counterattack, here we go. Von Kennel flings it over to Reynolds. Reynolds looking for a teammate, finds Hapgood. So here we go, maybe a last chance for the Blue Wave as we're under a minute left.
Yeah, it looks like Darien might just hold and try and get the best shot possible here to end this first quarter.
Stafford is looking for that shot, can't find it, flicks it back behind the net. Now Reynolds out in front.
Oh, and it looks like we're going to get the whistle for the contact before the shot, but this will set up a free position for the Blue Wave here as we're approaching 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Huge opportunity for the Blue Wave. Kat Reynolds taking it in, she shoots. It's right in front of Zank.
Wow.
She didn't see it, but she was able to stop it.
Lexi Zank coming up with another save. And yeah, you're right, Owen. Unable to find that ball initially, but able to recover it, keep it from crossing the goal line. And it looks like that'll do it for the first quarter.
1 quarter played down, zeros for both sides. Blue Wave 0, Friars 0. Both sides going to have to adjust some strong defense and some great saves on both sides. We'll see what the second quarter has in store right after this.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media. Test.
Excuse me for that. Some technical difficulties, but now the Friars look to get underway, to be on the attack to start this second frame.
So we had a scoreless first quarter there, Owen. Not something that either of these teams, I'm sure, are too familiar with. But this is, again, one of those mano-a-mano type battles. And so St. Anthony's with possession here to open up the second.
There's Binkus with it now. Heine at the top. Kenny now. Whistle blown.
As it looks like possession here is going to stay with St. Anthony's. So this will stay with Megan Kenny.
There goes Kenny now.
Oh, and she gets hit with the charge, trying to split the double there. But that's going to be a charge and give possession back to the Blue Wave.
Costly turnover to start the second quarter. Now Davenport with it now, trying to advance upfield. Gets it over to Kelly Holmes. St. Anthony's not so familiar opponent for the Blue Wave. They play a ton of out-of-state games. They're one of the higher teams in the FCAC division that isn't so strong this year. They played two teams in the FCAC this year, Fairfield, Ludlow, and Staples, and won 19-4 and 20-2. And Darien outscoring their opponents 62-27 this year. St. Anthony's definitely going to be a challenge. Their only loss coming to McDonough in a low-scoring affair, 5-4. One a low-scoring affair is what we might see tonight. Ellis is, there's Adams.
Yeah, and St. Anthony's, as they enter this matchup, they come in undefeated at 8-0. Their last one against fellow Catholic school on Long Island, St. Dominic, 12-4. Prior to that, playing another Connecticut powerhouse in New Canaan, winning that one 10-7 back on April 13th.
There was a shot from Darien.
They're giving it back to St. Anthony's.
Annabelle Adams took a hard fall there. The junior and Virginia commit, but the Friars will have possession.
Yeah, great job there by Maddie Morris backing up that shot as she was able to win the chase. And possession back with the Friars as they now look to clear up to their offense.
Riley Zusi with it. Going near side. Right in front of the benches.
And it
Looks
looks
like she stepped out. Ball came free.
Yeah.
Still with St. Anthony's.
Yeah, they call the push there. So this one stays with the Friars. And it's Julia May O'Connor, number 14. With the rock. Nice job there getting it up to the Friar offense.
It's Kenny.
So Calabria now with it. Calabria is such a patient player, great decision maker. Again, the quarterback of this Friar offense.
Most goals on the team this year with 29. Looking for her 30th today. Good defense by the Wave.
Yeah, Darien with great on-ball defense, not allowing the Friars to really get off any shots around that crease area.
Heine now flings it back. Bankus. Now inside, stripped away. Bankus picks it up.
Again, great defense by Darien. St. Anthony's maintains possession.
Calabria in front, but a whistle blown.
So it looks like Calabria, she's going to get a free position here. The first scoring opportunity of an 8-meter for the Friars is going to come from number 5, Tess Calabria. a chance to get St. Anne's on the board.
Calabria just talked about looking for her 30th on the season, and she's got it.
Tess Calabria automatic on that free position. And there's the game's first goal, coming with just over 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, and a 1-0 St. Anthony's lead.
Wow, Tess Calabria, University of North Carolina commit. You talked about her else automatic. You described her from the 8-meter circle, and Hope Shadell a little chance of stopping that one. Well-placed shot, and it's 1-0 Friars.
Yeah, no, and the free position is so critical in the girls' game because oftentimes that can be the deciding factor. And if you're a goaltender, if you're able to save free positions at a 50% clip, you're going to take that every time, because a lot of times games are won and lost based on your percentages on those free position opportunities.
Blue Wave off the draw, now looking to respond. It's Kelly Holmes now. Hapgood to the top. It's Anna Von Kennel.
So we'll see now how the Blue Wave look to respond. Big draw there to get possession following that Calabria goal, and a chance to even this one up.
Kelly Holmes dishes it off. Stafford. Back up top. There goes Hapgood. Reynolds. Stafford. Blue Wave having a hard time penetrating the defense and getting inside. Kelly Holmes looks to do just that, though. She can inside.
Oh, and another save for Lexi Zank. So Zank, she's absolutely been a brick wall so far in the first quarter and a half of play.
What a job well done by Lexi Zank in the net. Fellow UNC commit to Tess Calabria. Join her in the fall.
Yeah, UNC with two huge acquisitions in the 24 class off the island in Calabria and Zank.
Up top, it's Heine.
Oh, great
Now
look.
inside and a shot. That one goes in.
The BTB by Tess Calabria, scoring that one in style. And on the feed, as that goal by Calabria came from the pass by Jenna Binkus. And that's just great little tic-tac-toe by the Friars, as it was Heine to Binkus to Calabria for the BTB goal and a 2-0 St. Anthony's lead.
What a job well done by the Friars offense, making that adjustment after not scoring at all in that first quarter. Tess Calabria comes out in nets 2.
So now as we make our way back to the draw circle, Binkus against Stafford. And so that's Duke against USF. This is a big draw here, I would say. Friars feeling the momentum, but Stafford coming up with that win for Darien.
And this is Annabelle Adams. It's Kelly Holmes now. Darien looking to do something now as we're under 5 minutes left to play before half. Reynolds now. Behind the net, it's Holmes. Von Kennel. Absolutely smothered by St. Anthony's.
Yeah, great defense by Amanda Pacey. Also Maddie Morris. Like you said, Owen, swarming Von Kennel there.
Little flip to Hope Hapgood. Now Davenport try to look, and now she's stripped of the ball, but a whistle.
So they're going to call the foul there, that one on Kenny. So possession stays with the Blue Wave. But again, you can just see, based on the tenacity of this Friar defense.
Kelly Holmes inside up in the air.
Wow.
Zank comes up strong again.
Zank have a half as the Friars look to clear, and Morris gets that to Binkus, who flies up the field for the Friars.
Here goes Binkus, dishes off. High shot, Calabria. Oh, excuse me, that was Emma Speed, number 8.
Speed, just a sophomore on this team, Owen. One of 2 sophomores on the Friar varsity team. Her, and on defense, number 32, Sophia Novelli.
Hope Shadell, despite the 2 goals she's had, stellar half as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Proves it right there.
Absolutely. Keeping Darien in this game for sure.
There goes Darien now. It's Hapgood. Pass a little short for Holmes, but she grabs it. Davenport.
So now inside of 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. What has just been a great defensive battle in this one. Great on-ball defense by defenders from each team. Tremendous goaltending thus far.
Stafford fakes a spin move.
How about the defense by Riley Zusi?
Now to our fellow captain. Friars defense not allowing any lanes for Darien to go in. Super shifty. Getting over to where they need to be. Kelly Holmes now. Out front. Open look, and she scores.
How about the look there? Great pass and the finish to get the Blue Wave on the board.
I believe that was number 9, Hope Hapgood, who put that one in.
So just what the doctor ordered for Darien. And we have a 2-1 game with 2:12 remaining here in the second quarter.
Great shot there. Hope Hapgood, the junior, going to Dartmouth to continue her lacrosse endeavors. There's now another draw coming up. We Stafford and Binkus again going at it at midfield.
So a chance for Darien now to really capitalize and gain some momentum if they can win another draw here and try to even up this game. Oh, and they do win that ensuing draw.
Great job there from Darien to win that one.
So the Blue Wave now with a chance to tie it up. Inside of 2 minutes remaining here in the second.
Huge if they could build off that one goal that they just scored. Reynolds to Stafford now. Von Kennel. There's Holmes, 2 to 3 to 4. Back out Davenport. Stafford at the top. Back out Von Kennel.
I like the patience here by the Blue Wave, not forcing anything. About 1 minute remaining here in the quarter. Oh, this one might trickle out of bounds. Oh, and it does.
That's a killer.
Yeah, an unforced turnover there. Gives St. Anthony's the ball back inside of a minute remaining.
Plenty of enough time for St. Anthony's to get down the field.
So O'Connor, as she gets that one up to Molly Heine.
Heine making a run for herself. Decides to flick it out. Now Binkus out in front, fires one way high.
Yeah, I believe Belismo got a piece of that one. Got a stick in there. Now that's Kenny.
Kenny, good spin move. Ball comes loose. Ken was able to kick it to Stafford. Now with 10 seconds left. Here goes Davenport, circles back. Last second shot. Holmes is tripped up.
And she takes a ton of contact with 1.9 to go here in the quarter. And this is big here. A great opportunity on the free position for Kelly Holmes. A chance to tie it up at the buzzer.
Kelly Holmes looking to tie it. 1.9 on the clock. Darien down 1, going into half. The Yale commit. Been on this varsity squad since freshman year. Can she tie it up? No!
That one goes high.
Got the jitters and it wasn't on target. So 2-1 is your score. St. Anthony's. It's Calabria nets 2, but Hapgood gets one back. Both teams are going to talk during halftime, and we'll be back for the second half for what we thought it was going to be. Low-scoring, thrilling affair. DAF Media Network, joint venture, the Darien Foundation, Darien Athletic Foundation.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
Halftime.
Second half getting ready to go underway. 2-1. St. Anthony's made the trip from Long Island to come here, Darien High School.
Yeah, this one certainly a defensive battle so far through the first 24 minutes. So we'll see what quarters 3 and 4 have in store for us. So Stafford against Binkus once again on the draw.
Neither team looking to change who's taking face-off for them. Remember during the St. Paul's game, Darien had a couple different girls taking the draw. Amber Corney was in there for a little bit. Bounding ball.
Pacey looking for that GB, but instead this one goes to Stafford. Oh, but it goes out of bounds. So a tough turnover there.
Blue Wave won it quickly, but now Pacey with it as the Friars get a right back. Pass to Binkus.
Binkus walking the tightrope there.
Now a good move. She gets past Vrooman. Broke long, number 16, over to Binkus. Binkus flicks it over to Kenny. Long again, now behind. Heine. Good move.
I like the ball movement by St. Anthony's. Oh, is that one deflected?
Blue Wave trying to get it.
Oh,
It'll go their way.
it is going back to Darien. The Friars looking to put a ton of pressure on that ride. But the contact there keeps it with the Blue Wave.
A decent ride there from the Friars, but now Anna Von Kennel making her way up the field.
Yeah, Von Kennel, she's another one, has a ton of speed. Oh, and I remember getting a chance to see the Blue Wave back in the winter on Long Island. We ran a Battle of the Sound tournament for the first time. So a combination of teams from Long Island, Connecticut, upstate New York, and Darien. They actually won the inaugural Battle of the Sound, beating the St. Anthony's, really a 20-25 and 26 team. But got to see a lot of the girls on Darien back in the winter, back in January.
Yeah, Von Kennel certainly uses that speed to her advantage. Remember the varsity soccer team. Now Karen Picorni checks in for the half. Gets herself some touches. Stafford with it now. Inside a shot.
Oh, it went off the pipe. Off the pipe and to Megan Kenny. Oh, man. What a great opportunity there for the Blue Wave.
Annabelle Adams with a near goal. Friars come right back. It's Calabria. Gosh, Ellis, that was insanely close. I thought that went in from where we were standing here.
You and me both. But the pipes, a goalie's best friend. And really kind to Lexi Zank right there, as that kept the Blue Wave from tying up this game.
Stay down one as it's Brooke Long now. Heine gets past Stafford, moves inside. Kenny looking for space. Good defense from the Wave. Intercepted.
Yeah, that's a tough pass to make there. And on the interception there, Quinn Kennedy for the Blue Wave. That pass just kind of telegraphed right into the stick of Kennedy. And the Blue Wave back with it, and once again a chance to tie it up.
Sadie Stafford showing off her wheels. Now stops and finds her teammate.
So Darien looks like they're going to let everyone get a touch here.
Stops with Picorni. Ends up right back to McCorney. Kind of going in loops now. Stafford now finds McCorney in the middle.
Good handle there by Corney.
Gets over to her fellow sophomore, Nana Von Kennel. Adams, who just had that near miss on the last possession. Holmes finds her fellow captain. That's McCorney again. Just pretty much going in circles. This is Blue Wave offense.
Yeah, Darien being very deliberate on this possession. And it's
Now
all about
Stafford, a shot saved by Zenk.
Yeah, it's all about the quality shots that you get, not necessarily quantity. But that one, saved there by Zank, as she's been phenomenal in this game. And now again the Friars, as they look to come back on this offensive trip and build that lead back to 2.
Here they go. Heine over to Binkus. Now over to number 4, Devin Lane. Calabria now. Both goals for St. Anthony's come off of her stick.
Good defense by Lyle Brown.
Now out in front. Looked like Calabria just missed.
Rathjen there for the chase to keep possession with the Friars.
Brooklong now out in front. Binkus finds her teammate, saved by Shadell. Now a whistle called.
So it looks like this one's going to stay with St. Anthony's, but a great save there by Shadell to keep this a 2-1 game.
Binkus finds Heine. Heine a spin move, then gets stopped.
It's Kat Rathjen.
Heine looks for an open space, bounces one in.
Molly Heine giving the Friars a 3-1 lead. Heine going with the bouncer there. And that puts St. Anne's back up by 2. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Molly Heine, her 7th of the year. Hopkins lacrosse commit. What a shot. And the junior, like you said, Ellis, gets the Friars back up 2.
Yeah, and Molly Heine, just one of those do-it-all type of midfielders. She can score you a goal when you need one. She's always going to be making her presence felt, particularly in the ground ball department for the Friars. And that's a huge goal right there in a game where goals have been at a premium. And in a game like this, a 2-goal lead can feel like a 5 or 6 goal lead when the scoring opportunities haven't really been capitalized all too often in this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is a Darien team that we saw score 9 and 19, 20 and 10 in 4 out of their 5 games, and now only being halted to 1 over halfway done in the third quarter. But now maybe an opportunity here. So Darien on your screen in their white jerseys, and then St. Anthony's in their away black.
And I know you talked earlier, Owen, about the schedule that Darien has played this season, but this is such a big week for them, having been on the island just a few days ago playing one of Long Island's top public schools in Garden City and coming away with a 10-9 win in that one, then turning around just a couple of days later and playing the Friars, the #1 team in the country. So Darien really having a great test this week with 2 of the top opponents that you'll see, not just in the state, but in the country.
Have Adams with it now, and Darien certainly is up to the task of putting up a competitive match against this top team in the nation in St. Anthony's. Seen them do it against other good teams. Hapgood scoops that one up. Hapgood the lone goal scorer for the Wave in this one. Adams looking to make moves. Now a whistle blown with McCorney had it.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Coach Lindley. Looking to diagram up a play for the Blue Wave to get on the board here in this third quarter.
Yeah, Coach Lindley will call a timeout, talk things over for the Heine goal to put them up 3-1. And just a quick thanks for all those watching. Again, you're watching the DAF Media Network, and tonight's game is actually being simulcast on the Long Island Lacrosse Journal YouTube channel. And thank you to Mike Winkoff and his entire crew for their support.
Yeah, and Owen, thanks for you and the Darien crew for having us here. Again, this is just one of those matchups where, again, everyone had circled on their calendar when those schedules came out. So just a great place to be here on this Thursday night for a great matchup between two of the top programs in the country, number 1 against number 5.
It's definitely been what I think most people expected, as we said. Only a 3-1 game. Last time these two teams played in the regular season was 12-7, so relatively high scoring, especially for two teams as good as St. Anthony's and Darien are.
Yeah, this one just really the polar opposite of when they played 2 years ago. And I remember the LA Lacrosse Journal covered that matchup, and that was one where St. Anthony's jumped out to a lead in that one of about 3 or 4 goals before Darien came roaring back to win that one kind of in commanding fashion. But fast forward 2 years later, and we have ourselves a defensive battle here in this one. But I mean, it just goes to show you not all 3-1 games are created equally, because this has been a fantastic matchup despite goals being at a premium.
Darien will have it in the attacking end with McCorney starting it off. Flips it over to Holmes, and now Von Kennel. Von Kennel turns on the burner, she shoots, she scores.
Wow, what a big goal there for the sophomore, Anna Von Kennel. And if you're Coach Lindley, I mean, you couldn't have diagrammed it any better, getting the goal immediately out of the timeout.
Lisa Lindley showing off her coaching ability, why she's in the Lacrosse Hall of Fame. And Darien climbs back to within 1, not giving up. 3:19 left to play in the third quarter.
So the sophomore there coming up big, and now a chance on the draw. If Darien can win one here, and they can all of a sudden really turn the tide in this game.
Stafford against Binkus. Neither side has made a change on the face-offs. Ball up in the air. Binkus grabs it out the air, but a whistle, and the Blue Wave have it.
Wow, so bit of a turn of events there as Binkus had possession, but she is called for the foul there, giving this one back to Darien and a chance to tie this one up as we're now inside of 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
You said it was a great opportunity for the Blue Wave. Von Kennel with it again. She just scored.
Von Kennel, she's definitely feeling it right now as she draws the shooting space, and she'll have a free position here. Chance to tie this one up.
Here goes the sophomore looking for her second on the day. Can she sneak one past Lexi Zank. No! Zank comes up strong off the bounce.
Great save there by Zank, and she quickly gets that up to Megan Kenny. And as the Friars look to push, it's Amanda Pacey ahead to Kat Rathjen.
There's Rathjen. Now finds, I believe, that speed there.
So St. Anne's now going to settle things down here.
Calabria trying to get past Lyle Brown. Rathjen there. Rathjen, the pump fake, trying to get past Quinn Kennedy. Richmond commit. Heine in front of Binkus. Binkus smothered by white jerseys.
Great defense here by the Blue Wave. If you're St. Anne's, you definitely just want to keep the ball hot, keep it moving.
Kenny inside.
That one, though, too hot to handle for Megan Kenny. Oh, and it looks like they're going to say that was a shot.
Possession stays. A whistle.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, Owen. That definitely looked like that was a pass that was just too hot to handle for Kenny. And I got to be honest, I feel like that one should be going back the other way. But our officials here, they say that was a shot, and this one is staying with St. Anthony's. So that's a huge call.
Yeah, controversial call with under a minute left to go.
In a game of this magnitude, we'll see if the Friars capitalize or if it's no harm, no foul for the Blue Wave.
That one's on the ground, scooped up by Heine. Heine flicks it up. Kenny couldn't grab it, but Binkus did.
Inside of 30 seconds here in the third quarter.
Rathjen finds her teammate Heine. Last chance effort now. In front, Calabria finds pay dirt. 11 seconds left.
Tess Calabria with her third of the game. And that's now a 4-2 St. Anne's lead with 11 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
What a day for Tess Calabria. Makes it 4-2 with her hat trick goal. Her 32nd on the year.
And that one not coming easy as she finished that one right in front of the cage there. But being swarmed there by the Blue Wave. But that's one of those situations, Owen, where I think it's good defense, but just better offense by the UNC commit. So 11 seconds remaining.
That comes right after that ref decision to give St. Anthony's the ball after what they deemed a shot instead of a pass. Stafford knocks it down. We get one last chance. 5 seconds now.
Ball down.
Ball's up in the air. That was shot. Last second shot, and that one goes in. Wow, 0.9 left on the clock.
What a big goal there for the Blue Wave, able to answer on the shot there by Kelly Holmes. And yeah, Owen, that definitely started right there at midfield on that draw by Sadie Stafford. And that's just a huge response for the Blue Wave. And so it looks like we're going to head to the fourth in a one-goal game.
And you talked about it, Ellis, how important winning the faceoffs would be. Sadie Stafford did just that. And in 10 seconds, got her team to score again. A 4-3 game as we head into the last 12 minutes of play. And we'll see what that fourth quarter has in store. DAF Media Network right after this short break.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.
Last 12 minutes, fourth quarter, 4-3, St. Anthony's lead. An incredibly thrilling game, as we predicted. A hat trick from Tess Calabria and 3 different goal scorers for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, and this is going to be a great last 12 minutes of play here. Absolutely going to go right down to the wire, as we would expect. And a big opening draw here to start the fourth, as this one's still up for grabs.
Taken by the Friars.
Great job on the ground ball there by Brooke Long, securing that opening possession for St. Anthony's.
Long has it again, gets it back to Heine. Heine, Rathjen, Binkus, Heine again. Rathjen finds, I believe that's Emma Speed, number 8. Heine already has a goal in this one.
So the Friars, they look to work this one around here, showing patience, letting everyone get a touch. Oh, now it's Kenya. She looks to zip that one inside. But
Good rebound recovery.
yeah, great
from
job
St.
there.
A's.
Great job there by Speed to keep possession.
Kenny works inside.
Wow, and she's going to be hit with the charge.
Blue Wave are gonna have it now.
That's the third charge drawn by Darien.
Here we go for the Blue Wave. Hapgood now.
So now
Holmes behind the cage.
the Blue Wave, they are looking for the equalizer here. They were able to grab momentum just before the end of the third quarter. Now a chance to tie this one up.
Kelly Holmes to Von Kennel. Dropped by Picorni, who picks it right back up. Von Kennel again. Von Kennel works way into the fan. Good move to get inside. Shot scored! It's a tie game.
What a take there. And we have a brand new ball game.
.9:34 left. Annabelle Adams able to get that one past Lexi Zenk.
just a great change of direction there. Able to blow by the defense and stick that one to tie this one up at 4.
Lexi Zeng, who only allowed 14 goals through 8 games, now allows 4 to this Blue Wave offense. It's 4-4 now, and a reminder, it was 0-0 after the first quarter.
Oh, and that's a big win on the draw as Pacey able to tip that one to Binkus.
Goes Heine now. Rathjen.
So now the Friars, they look for a response. And drawing the whistle here is Megan Kenny.
And Megan Kenny will get herself a free position.
So the future Maryland Terp, a chance to reclaim the lead for the Friars.
Megan Kenny, one-on-one. Hope Shadell.
Oh, and they call the false start.
Wow. It looked like Hope Shadell stopped it anyways. Missed opportunity for St. A's.
Not quite sure what the call is there. Looked like we had a false start on Kenny. And the ball should have been going back to Darien.
Now it does is Sadie Stafford will make a run up the field. Hard contact. Fights through it. Here's Picorni. Cameron Picorni's brother is Notre Dame commit Brady Picorni for the Blue Wave boys team. Holmes slings over to Picorni. No tap, good. Or excuse me, that was Stafford to Von Kennel. Darien, like we've seen a lot, kind of going around, making sure everyone gets a touch. Waiting for something to develop. Von Kennel now. Back to Holmes to the top as we're under 7.5 left. Von Kennel. Going around and around here.
Good defense by St. Anthony's as Darien just looks to work this one around.
Waiting for an opportunity to strike.
Yeah, unable to get that scoring chance just yet. Now that's Zusi with the on-ball defense. Ball poked away, but Stafford keeping for the Blue Wave.
Here goes Von Kennel. Adams at the top. Now Holmes with it. Adams back up top. Stafford inside.
Oh, that shot goes wide, but a golden opportunity there for the Blue Wave to take their first lead.
That would have been huge. Midfielder just misses.
And you can see now, Owen, whichever team has the ball, they're definitely going to be very deliberate with their possessions, because at this point now, this game may very well come down to who has the ball last.
Under 6 minutes left. Blue Wave really just making sure everyone has their touches. It's back to the All-FCAC first teamer. Looking for something. There's Picorni. Now behind the net. Davenport tried to get out in front. Holmes directing Sadie Stafford, her fellow captain. Freeing up some space. Adams with it.
We're now approaching 5 minutes remaining here in the game. Darien just looking for the best shot, as that's Pacey with the on-ball defense.
Great defense.
On the look.
And
Oh, but ball
rotation, and
down.
now that one comes loose.
On this one, going back to St. Anthony's. Julia May O'Connor with that ground ball, the Cuse commit.
Friars making a run now.
On, she gets it up to Binkus.
Plus up, there's Binkus.
And
free position awarded.
Now it looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout taken.
So Coach Darcy Messina getting that timeout for the Friars, as they haven't used either of their timeouts yet. So able to hold up there on the defensive end. A great stance there by St. Anthony's, as Darien had the ball for quite some time.
Yeah, we're just anticipating something to happen in that end. Darien could not capitalize. Darcy Messina calls a timeout for her girls.
Yeah, and I mean, the way this game has gone, kind of fitting that a long possession would wind up in a defensive takeaway going back the other way. As this one, just a 4-4 game, but certainly no shortage of action in this one. And with 4:32 remaining, the ball now back with St. Anthony's.
Now, Ellis, if you're head coach Darcy Messina for the Friars, what are you telling your team right now in this huddle?
Yes, that's a great question, Owen. So I think first and foremost, coming out of this timeout, you definitely want to get the ball to your playmakers. And of course it starts with Tess Calabria, their ex-attacker. You absolutely trust her with the ball, whether that's to score or just to make the right decision that can lead to a great scoring opportunity for someone else. You definitely want to have the ball in her stick. But with that being said, the Friars, they have so much talent and so many other elite athletes and playmakers that it doesn't necessarily have to be Calabria that's the one that is the one that beats you. It really can come from anywhere, as this team, they can just come at you in waves. But again, I believe that Tess Calabria is certainly the one that you want the ball in her stick, kind of operating and orchestrating this offense for what could potentially be the last possession here of this game. I know with 4:32 remaining, still a ton of time, but the way Darien just kind of used a lot of time on their last offensive possession, would not be surprised to see St. Anthony's do the same thing. And it looks like, by the way, possession will be starting with their midi, Jenna Binkus.
St. Anthony's definitely has the offensive talent to have a long possession and hopefully for them capitalize. Something Darien couldn't on that last chance. Looking for an opportunity now.
Oh.
Ball's up in the air, taken away by the Blue Wave. So there goes that last possession. As now Darien looks to do something, slows it down, goes back.
So a tough turnover there. Out of the timeout, St. Anthony's, they don't even get a shot.
Here goes Stafford, carving her way through the Friars. Under 4 minutes left. Blue Wave might just take their time. Anna Von Kendall, the sophomore, directing her team. Head coach Lisa Lindley being very vocal from the sideline.
And for the Friars, you would expect Lexi Zank's going to have to come up with probably a huge save here.
Now inside. That shot
Oh.
doesn't get all the way through, up in the air, but taken away by St. Anthony's.
That one makes its way over to Molly Heine. Again, Molly Heine, just an athletic two-way midi that does so many things between the lines, and sometimes the ball just finds you. And go figure for the ball to find a player like Molly Heine. So the Friars, they come up big defensively, and they have another chance.
Huge opportunity now as Kenny has it. Inside, it's Binkus. This goes across.
So Binkus with it up top, and now she gives to Heine.
Heine and Binkus been passing back and forth between the two of them a lot this game, trying to create that open space.
Let's go, Wade!
Now it's under 2 minutes left to go.
Now that's Kat Rathjen, number 35 with the rock. She works it over to Brooke Long, and now up top with Heine.
There's Binkus.
And Darien, they're doing a great job of shutting Calabria. So she hasn't been involved at all in this offensive possession, and of course that's just great scouting and great coaching by the Blue Wave, because they will not let her beat them.
Now it looks like a free position called.
Yes, so Megan Kenny, again with another chance here at a free position and a chance to put the Friars in front.
Called for a false start on her first one.
This one,
This one's saved by Shadell. A huge stop.
Shadell coming up clutch. And it looks like Darien, they're trying to get a timeout. And they do finally get it. We have a great view here of that Darien sideline, and Coach Lindley and her assistants, they wanted that timeout immediately, and they do get it with 1:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter in a 4-4 game.
Just over a minute left to go. What a save by Hope Shadell. Even with that false start on the first Megan Kenny attempt, she was able to save that one off the bounce and the Duke commit. All FCIAC first teamer she's taken the place of from Shea Dolce, and man, she is going strong. Both goalies in this one. And a two powerhouse offense is only letting up 4 through 47 minutes of play is very impressive on both sides.
Yeah, and you got to figure now, with 1:10 remaining, Darien, they're going to look to probably hold for that final shot here, as they're in a great position. You got to figure for them, worst case scenario for them should be overtime. As the Friars, they're going to look to come up with a defensive takeaway potentially, or come up with a big time save by Lexi Zank.
So Darien did call this timeout. They'll have possession. 1:10 left. More than capable of netting one here, as we saw right before, I believe it was the end of the third quarter, where Kelly Holmes was able to score one after the Stafford draw. 11 seconds left, got all the way down and was able to score with .9. St. Anthony's has not scored in this quarter. Tess Calabria a hat trick, and Molly Heine one as well for St. Anthony's. Hapgood, Holmes, Von Kendall, and Adams all have one for the Blue Wave. Head coach Lisa Lindley, it's 30 years of coaching this team.
You know, it's so interesting, Owen. You have Coach Lindley at it for 30 years, and Coach Darcy Messina in her first year for the Friars. So youth versus experience.
That one taken away, now up in the air.
Oh, what a great play there by Calabria on the
The
ride.
Friars come down with it.
Oh, Kenny has the GB.
Here's
So
Kenny.
Calabria, great job there on the ride, as she has the trail check. And with 45 seconds to go, a turn of events, and now it's the Friars that could potentially hold for the final shot. On Tess Calabria, not just doing it with her goal scoring, but big on the ride as well. And that's what you have to do if you're a top-tier attacker. It's not just about scoring goals, it's also about what you do on the ride as well. And coming up with a monumental takeaway there for St. Anthony's.
Kenny behind the net.
15 seconds to go. That's Heine.
Looking for open space. Rathjen. Heine at the top. Already has one. Dumps it off. Whistle
Looks
blown,
like-
card given.
And so it looks like we're going to have a yellow here. Looks like this one is going up against
Yellow issued is,
Molly Heine.
yeah, time runs out.
Yeah, they're going to have to put time on the clock. It looked like there was about 5 seconds when the whistle was blown.
Shoot it!
Referee's talking to the table.
And so they are, in fact, going to add time. So we're just looking to see how much time goes back on the clock. Oh, so they put 11 seconds back.
11 seconds on the clock.
That's not 5 yards! That's not 5 yards! America! That's not 5 yards!
So this one will be with the Blue Wave. Up a girl here. 11 seconds to go.
Here we go for Darien. Time
Kenny
running.
Slips.
Shoot it! Shot!
Holmes has it. Now fires
Shot.
down low, scooped up by Zank.
Save. Big save there by Zank. Able to eat that one up. And Owen, 4 quarters was not enough to decide a winner in this one, as we're going to OT.
This one will end up ending in dramatic fashion. Both coaches will discuss what their squads will be back for overtime. See who goes home the winner. Right after this on the DAF Media Network, joint venture of the Darien Foundation and Darien Athletic Foundation.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor, and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the Venmo QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org/donate. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. Thank you.
So a 4-4 game headed into overtime. 3-minute overtime. Sudden death, first goal wins.
And remember, Owen, that Darien, they're up a girl here to start this OT due to that yellow card assessed to Molly Heine with 11 seconds remaining in the fourth. So if they can win the draw here, this would be huge as they have the girl up advantage for what should be a minute 49.
Molly Heine, a massive part for this Friars team. Has a goal in this one. He's able to bounce it past Hope Shadell.
So as they'll redraw here, again, it stayed the same with Stafford up against Binkus. Oh, and this one
Goes the Friars' way.
Yeah, it looks like they say Stafford went in early, and now the Friars with the first possession of OT. Calabria with the rock.
Calabria dishes off to Long. Binkus. Kenny. Excuse me, that was Calabria. Now Kenny had it. Then Binkus over to Rathjen.
So the Friars definitely just going to do their best to try and kill this yellow card here. So that's Brooke Long, and she gives to Kenny. Now it's Calabria.
Let's test Calabria. Spin move.
Calabria on that one.
Inside.
Taken away, but Calabria looks to get it back for the Friars. But it's going back to the Blue Wave.
Yeah, Shadell was able to get it back from her teammate. High up in the air off one bounce. It'll be corralled.
And it looks like the yellow is on the verge of expiring as Heine ready to check back in.
Well, behind the net now is the Blue Wave. Kelly Holmes. Dale Commit already has a goal in this one. So does Anna Von Kennel. Sadie Stafford yet to score.
And Heine back in. So the team's back at even strength.
That would have been the time to capitalize.
So we're now at 1 minute remaining here in this first overtime. Possession with the Blue Wave.
Out in front, a shot.
Oh, and that one goes wide, and it's backed up by St. Anthony's. So a great job there on the backup by Julia May O'Connor. Now with 40 seconds to go, St. Anthony's with possession. And Zank gets that to Maddie Morris.
Morris long pass to midfield. It's on the ground.
Well, they do
Able to stay
possession.
scooped up.
Good job there by Heine.
Pass.
Heine to Rathjen.
Rathjen did not elect to shoot. Pass to her teammate under 20 seconds, 15 now.
Calabria.
Inside, passes off.
Brooke
Target
Long.
now back
to
in.
Calabria.
A shot Shadell saves.
A big time save there by Shadell. Keeps this one even. And one overtime, not enough. As we're going to go to a second.
3-minute overtime. No goals. Nothing changes. Still 4-4. Be back on the DAF Media Network. Overtime number 2. Looks like I will stay here with you.
Yeah, both teams, they're going to get right out here, and we're going to get this second overtime underway momentarily.
No short break. We'll keep the action right here.
Both teams, they'll just switch sides now.
Decent crowd gathered here now at Darien High.
Yeah, and a great job by the JV programs for these two teams as they played earlier this evening out on that front field here at Darien. And now both the Blue Wave and the Friars JV squads here supporting their respective schools. Great atmosphere here on this Thursday evening.
It's pretty much a rainy day for most of the day. Dark clouds out, lights are on. Up in the air, ground ball.
Oh, and it
St.
goes
Anthony's comes away with it.
to Molly Heine. Who else?
Heine, the one that had that yellow card. Past Calabria now, she's dangerous. Rathjen up top, Kenny. Circling behind.
Heine now to Rathjen. Oh, Rathjen the look.
Inside. Believe those Calabria.
No call, but
Lost
St. Anthony's
it.
keeps.
Now a side flip, and that one's off target.
Oh, that shot there by the sophomore, Emma Speed, backed up by Rathjen. So this one stays with the Friars. Now it's Binkus.
Because behind that pass off target, Darien has it now.
Oh, the pass there, just way too hot. And no way for Speed to corral that one.
Mistake now as we're near halfway.
Calabria looking to ride the ball back.
There's Shadell, far side. Midfield. On Kennel now, dodging defenders. Oh, try to pass it. It flipped out of her stick. Still has it. Finds her fellow sophomore McCorney. Annabelle Adams now.
So now it's the Blue Wave with a chance to win this game as we're approaching the 1 minute mark here in the second OT. Oh, ball down.
Tried to find Holmes. Off her stick, gets it back.
Good defense by Zusai.
Annabelle Adams still. Still behind the cage.
Shot.
Shot wide. Hard contact.
And it's going back the other way.
Wow.
So the Friars, they win the chase as Amanda Pacey closest to it. Now 25 seconds to go in the second OT. Ball with Maddie Morris.
There's Morris. Going up to midfield.
Now at 15 seconds. Morris
Dishes
gets to
off
Heine.
to Heine. Goes back behind the 30 now. Here we go for the Friars.
It's Binkus.
Binkus now behind 3 seconds. Not going to get a shot off. As the second overtime is done.
This one still tied up at 4. Unbelievable. What a game here this evening.
2 overtimes down. Third one coming up. We'll take a short break as both teams talk things over. You're watching us on the DAF Media Network. Both teams have broken their huddles. The third overtime. Neither team yet to score. Again, it's Sadie Stafford versus Jenna Binkis to start things off.
And this is one of those games, Owen, where, I mean, you just hate that one of these teams has to lose, because this has just been an epic game. Again, number 1 St. Anthony's against number 5 Darien has absolutely lived up to all the hype and anticipation.
Absolutely. Darien trying to beat St. Anthony's and try to take down national number 1. False start. Go for the blue wave. St. Anthony's looking for revenge. Darien beat them last time and trying to avoid the long ride home after a defeat. Kelly Holmes now. Stafford to Davenport. Von Kennel behind now. Stafford. Tried it, Von Kennel.
Oh, what a save by
Zank.
Zank.
Wow, what a good drawn up play. Von Kennel hasn't been behind the net this game. Stafford got it back.
Ice water in the veins of Lexi Zank. And now the ball back with St. Anthony's. And let's see if they can use that unbelievable save by Zank to build momentum on this end and try and win this game.
Kenny to Heine to Binkis. Under 2 minutes left. Third OT. Set across. Heine again. Rathjen now.
Yeah, and again, Darien there shutting Tess Calabria. So they're going to make someone else from St. Anthony's beat them.
Top and retreating is Binkis. Kenny now. Kat Rathjen. Behind the speed, out in front.
Look, the shot.
Kenny off target.
Oh, that one goes high. Backed up there by St. Anthony's.
Rathjen doesn't have the angle, likes to pass. Now across
the shot.
A shot
Goal!
scores!
Brooke Long wins it for St. Anne's in triple OT.
What a game, what a finish. Brooke Long, the Penn State commit, finds the back of the net and finishes off the Blue Wave, her 9th of the year.
And it is good. St. Anthony's, a winner here at Darien High School, 5-4 final.
Everything anyone could have hoped of for this matchup. What a thrilling game. St. Anthony stays undefeated. And Darien, after going undefeated last season, 2 losses on the year. Heartbreaking defeat for the Blue Wave. St. Anthony's, they're going to go home happy. Darien going to have to reset. They play Norwalk on the 23rd at home. St. Anthony's next game will be versus Holy Trinity. And wow, what a game. Defensive showing, had to go to 3 overtimes in order to finish it off. 5-4 the final. Tess Calabria a hat trick. Molly Heine had a goal for the Friars as well, and Brooke Long scored the winner for Darien. Hope Hapgood had one. Anna Von Kennel, Kelly Holmes, Annabelle Adams all had some. The 2 teams shake hands. Just one last thank you. His whole DAF media crew. Luke Zerby, Leon Chen, Colin Tomaszewski, Dalton Moss, Lucas Balanzano, Thomas Aponte, and Damian Andrew, head advisor overseeing the whole operation. 5-4 is your final. St. Anthony's comes to Connecticut, gets revenge, takes down the Darien Blue Wave. You've been watching on DAF Media joint venture, the Darien Athletic Foundation, Darien Foundation. One last time, joined alongside Ellis Joshua. It's been a pleasure. I'm Owen Heffron. Have a great rest of your night.